turn your ways. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I've got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I've got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Tuesday today. It's deadlifts today. I've done deadlifts. They were feeling very, very heavy. I wasn't enjoying them one bit, and I think that's definitely down to, well, it's down to two reasons. First of all, the fact that I squatted heavy yesterday, and when I say heavy, I mean relatively heavy. It was 180 kilos for a couple of sets of 4, and although that's quite a low percentage in terms of my 1 rep max, the fact that I haven't done 180 kilos for reps for a long time has fatigued me a little bit. And the second point is the fact that I am still dieting, so fatigue is just at an all-time high. I'm just not able to recover like I am normally when I'm bulking. So doing things like 180 kilos when I haven't done it for a while does really affect me. So that obviously came into
Did I stutter?
That came into today's session on deadlifts and showed, because 210 kilos was my top set for 4, and that, yeah, moved pretty slow, or it felt slow at least. And last week I did that for 5, but to be fair, the total volume this week was actually more. So I just did more reps on different weights this week, so the total volume was more this week, which kind of makes sense as to why I'm fatigued as well, because the volume is overall going up each week, which is kind of what I'm going to talk about in this video actually, and that is whether I am ever going to max out again, because it seems like not at the moment, and there's a couple of reasons really why. I think the first one is safety. Obviously during this lockdown, it's definitely not advisable to be going for 1 rep maxes or anywhere near maxes, because I'm not calling anyone out, but I have seen quite a few people fail reps in lockdown and have some very near misses. And I just don't really want to be one of those people. I don't want to be a meme where I have 150 kilos dropping on my head when I bench. So I think the first and foremost, it is about safety, and the fact that I don't have spotters, and there is a risk of injury as well at the moment, and I don't want to push myself more than I need to at the moment, especially where I am cruising along quite nicely. I am coming off the back of this injury as well that I suffered in December, and I am still trying to build confidence with that as well. So yeah, safety is the first issue, obviously, in lockdown, just because it's not the safety of a gym. I don't have spotters, I don't have the safety racks, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where my training is at the moment. I spoke with Ben today about that, and I did specifically ask him, am I going to be going for 1 rep maxes? And he did say the exact same thing that I've just said about safety. He just doesn't think it's wise, and there's no need to be pushing to do 1 rep maxes at the moment, because in powerlifting it's about that specificity when you're going for a 1 rep max or when you're competing. But I'm not going to be competing for the foreseeable future, so what's the point in really pushing my 1 rep maxes and trying to hit PBs? Obviously I'm going to still try and progress, but if I can do that by being safe and hitting some higher rep ranges, then I'm going to do that. So the next point is really about my diet and the fact that there's no point being super specific at the moment, because all hitting 1 rep maxes is going to do is super fatigue me, make me feel like crap. And during these times in the lockdown, why do I want to make myself feel even worse than, you know, I'm potentially feeling because of not being able to go to the gym and all of that? So don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I can train still, and there's people in worse positions than me, but why make myself feel worse than I need to feel by absolutely beating myself up? If I can just try and get in a good amount of volume, which is going to help me maintain or maybe even build a little bit of muscle while I cut, I think that's a better option. So that being said, it doesn't mean that I'm not progressing and I'm not pushing myself, because each week I am still progressively overloading. I'm still sticking to those principles of trying to increase the volume each week and building intensity, so the weights are getting heavier, but I'm not going anywhere near the sort of late 90% range. So, you know, I'm sticking to the lower 90% range, 80% range, and just focusing on good quality reps. And this is a good time to really focus on technique. There's so many technical issues that I need to work on, especially with my deadlift. So if I can lift a little bit lighter, granted deadlifts are feeling quite heavy at the moment, but then I can actually really focus on a bit of technique and try and work on some issues that I've been having with my deadlift. During this time, I think that is probably the best use of this time. But again, like I say, I realise some people won't even have a bar and they won't be able to do anything at the moment, and I massively sympathise with those people, especially if the gym is something that's really important to them, especially from their mental health. I can only imagine what people like that are really going through. I just advise talking to people. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but really talking to people about how you're feeling, and I really understand your frustration about the gyms not being open at the moment. But unfortunately at this point in time, I actually agree that I don't think gyms should be opening, but I'm not going to get into that too much at the moment, because that's just a whole can of worms that I could open there. But yeah, I mean, I've gone slightly off topic, but you know, I sympathise with people that can't train properly at the moment and really need a gym to train. But yeah, I mean, there's things you can do in home. Obviously, it's just about tailoring that intensity so that you can enjoy it and you can still make progress. So yeah, that's going to be me for the next few months at least, I would imagine, because it doesn't look like the gyms are going to be opening anytime soon, which is really annoying, but you know, understandable to a degree. We just want to really make sure that public health is a priority at the moment. But yeah, if I can just maintain strength during this period, I'll be happy with that. And then I think once I can have a good bit of structure in a proper gym surrounding, then I can really look at progressing my lifts to the point where I'll be hitting some new PBs hopefully. But until that time, I'm going to keep plodding away. Alright guys, bit of a chatty video today, a bit more just me talking to the camera. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Okay.